My face is so red right now.
Oh my god, I'm gonna faint.
We do this all day in Russia.
Hello? Why isn't it working?
Turn on.
There it goes. I'm Jessi, and this is my story. Chapter 1, Tree. I was born in Wairika, California on June 14th, 1993. Thankful for. Chapter 2, Fire. When I was 2 years old, my brother Cody had started a house fire, and I got burned on my collarbone. When I was 3, I started a house fire, and I was burned on my chin. Traumatizing. Chapter 3, Arizona Cardinal. In 1998, my mom and dad decided there was more work opportunities here in the state, so we moved here to Tempe on the Greyhound. Young, fun. Chapter 5, Danger, Real Robinson, Danger. In March of 2003, my brother and I were taken from our parents. We were put into CPS, and we ended up in separate group homes, and visitation was like really crazy, and it was hard. Manipulation. Chapter 6, Tragedy Strikes. February 20th, 2005, my mom was admitted to St. Joseph's Hospital. She was diagnosed with the left side brain aneurysm, and she was immediately put on life support. The doctor told us there was nothing he could do. So on February 28th of 2005, they ended up pulling the plugs, and she was put at peace. Shocked, scared. Chapter 7, My Angel. After my mom was, after she had passed, I was put in another foster home. And I was living with a woman named Miss Pat. At first I was mad because I had moved from one foster home to another, and you know, at such a time it was difficult. And she told me, Miss Pat had told me that the move was because she had a very similar situation that I did. Her mother passed at a young age as well, so they saw it fit better. I ended up becoming a better student at school. I was put back on medication that I needed at the time. She showed me how a real, mother can actually love, and how much it could impact such a young, hard-headed child. When I was 15, I made some decisions that turned out to have very severe consequences. I ended up leaving her home, and after I left, I was lost. I was extremely scared, and I felt very alone. I thought I'd be excuse my language, but I thought I'd be a smart ass and go stay with my dad. Saved and relieved. Chapter 8, Knowledge. Staying with my dad, I experienced CAS at a young age. CAS is, I don't know if a lot of you know what it is, but it's the homeless shelter down on 12th Avenue in Jefferson. I started going there at 17, and I ended up meeting a very cool guy. My dad kicked me out on my 18th birthday, and this guy ended up letting me stay with him for a little while. And when I finally turned of age, he asked if we could be just more than friends. So we started dating. Chapter 9, Love. Since June 15th of 2010, Knowledge and I have been together, loving and caring for one another just as when we met. I asked him to marry me December 20th of 2011, but he told me if I felt the same way when I was 21, we could still we could get married. I'm young, so he didn't want to mess everything up. Chapter 10, Baby. In September, I found out I was pregnant, and I immediately called him, told him, and he was overjoyed. On November 12th, he asked me to marry him. Currently 3 months pregnant. My Christmas present this year is finding out the gender of the baby. Chapter 11, the future. Baby's due in May, so by May I will have a good paying job, an apartment. Hopefully I'll have a Range Rover. High dreams. The baby's going to have everything that he himself and I did not have, which is 2 loving parents and a drug-free world. Like, yeah, hopeful and determined.